Hey yo! I'm Coffee Sill, and with me tonight I have a very special guest. Her name is Little Ducky. She is a Samuro connoisseur, and she's here to help me cast two beautiful Div B West teams. We like to call it the West teams of the NGS Season 15. Are you excited, Ducky?
I'm very excited. Very excited to see the West teams of all the divs.
Yes, I know both of these teams, and I know it's going to be a sweaty game, so I'm looking forward to this. And not only that, we do have our map bands up so we can discuss this as they're getting the lobby together. I think that the one of the teams is still gathering forces there, so let's go over and take a look at these map bands. All right, transitioning over. So we are going to Volskaya tonight. What do you kind of expect for a map like this?
Um, well, the strategy has changed since there's been some changes to map mechanics around the board. You can't just uh blast down a healing well, so it's now changed to taking down the wall with the first protector in mid and then rotating top to the next wall. And then the second protector uh, either shoots for top fort or goes straight bottom to open up the lane for the second for the
This like the
for,
next
yeah, for
phase.
the next objective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And unless some people will also choose stacking heroes and allow the first trick off to be taken, get their stacks there, and then look for value elsewhere on the map.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. There's also the healer situation. Who can outlast? Who's got the oh, I got to change my language. Who can stay there the longest and not have mana issues?
Yeah. So
Something like the opposite
sustain.
of an Uther.
Yeah,
Sustained healer. Yes.
correct. All right. Looks like we're looking for just one more person for CCS here. And let's talk about map bans. So CCS has banned out Towers and Braxis. It's interesting because I feel like Towers is one of those favorite turnaround games that a lot of people like to play, and to see it banned here hurts me a little bit, but totally understandable. And Braxis is one of those quick maps, so I can understand if you don't feel comfortable playing an early game, that might not be a map that your team would want to go to. Then opposite on the side of Clouded Mines, they've chosen to ban out two big macro maps, Garden of Terror and Sky Temple, which could be such a pain and so many different ways to play it, especially Sky Temple. I've seen many different ways. There's some meta ways to take care of it, but maybe they just don't want to deal with those big kind of maps.
Yeah, it seems like they're banning to prevent the macro, whilst the other team, their two bans don't synergize together. I maybe it's just they ban Braxis and Towers of Doom because those are just maps that they don't feel comfortable on. But the who's what's team bans Garden and Sky? This team sounds like they have a cohesive plan going on here.
Yes. All right. It looks like we have a full lobby here. Hopefully, we'll be getting a draft screen soon. Thanks, Tiger Hots, for stopping in. We appreciate the cheers. All right. What is going on here in the chat? I think that to Valcomer and Stark Knight have maybe a connection in real life. They're talking in the lobby chat.
Hmm.
It should be interesting. Let me let them know casters are ready. Casters are ready. Because I am ready for a sweaty map. I want to see how they play this. Volskaya, I don't know if you knew this last season, Ducky, since this is your first season casting in NGS. Volskaya was not in the map pool last season.
Yes,
And it is back.
it's back with vengeance.
Yes. That Trigloff is going to walk around like, a hunky robot shooting things. Pew, 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 pew. And smashing things.
Yeah. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Volskaya back in.
Me
I do
too.
like this map. I like being a robot. That's one of my main heroes that I play. Heroes of the Storm.
Okay, I think teams are ready because now I've seen portrait synergy on both sides. So A plus to both teams here for getting matching portraits. Very important. It's like plus 20 armor if you can manage to do that for team synergy, right, Ducky?
Yeah. What is this portrait that Team 2 is running? What is that? Is that a moon?
Oh, it does look like a moon. I'm unsure. I'd have to look that one up. On the other side, though, they have the dreidel.
Yeah.
All right, I think we should be getting that draft scene very quickly here. All right, let's go. Just wait for the countdown starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm going to say wait for 1 because they do have to press the button. He's almost pressing the button. He's going to press the
Okay.
button.
Here we
There we
go.
go. First draft, let's go. Volskaya Foundry. So, are there any particular heroes that you think are super valuable and meta on this map?
Um, well, Hogger is one of those heroes that's just super strong everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to really deal with a good Hogger, but as far as your question, I think it's just I think it's mainly gonna happen where heroes are picked and then they're going to be countered. I think
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be.
Lunara has the Wisp, which can be very valuable on any map, but it's I do believe this is a target man here.
Okay.
I love that they're waiting for maximum, almost maximum. They're 1 second off for that Brightwing ban there. Just in general, meta ban, very good global presence, cooldowns, and big heals. And of course, you have to get rid of Johanna because Johanna can be OP.
Osprey's banning, and I'm wondering is he gonna ban a macro hero because they are the team that banned the macro maps. Is there a macro hero that they're looking for to get rid of?
Let's see. Anduin ban.
Okay,
Anduin we
just
call the fun police because he can pull so many people out of sticky situations. There's the
hmm,
first pick, Sylvanas. Speaking of macro potential, so good at using black arrows and taking structure in a real estate, which is what we really want to see in a game, especially in a higher division like this, is they're looking for that push. And Sylvanas does that.
okay. I wonder how many healers Peach plays, and if Team Two is going to take a healer and deny one on third ban.
Early
Here
pick,
we go. So
Vala.
now
Yep, go ahead.
three three healers are out of the picture for Peach. Maybe four if she doesn't take now. It looks like they're trying to lock her out of as many healers as they can possibly. Oh,
Rhaegar and
okay.
Malthael. All right. That's a very early bruiser pick. I'm wondering if we're going to see something like a double bruiser going on. That is percent damage right there. Rhaegar also very valuable, just in general, an OP hero currently in the meta. That will never change until they decide to update it, but you know.
That's not gonna happen.
So they have no cleanse on the side of CCS currently, unless you see a blaze that goes bunker or something like that. There's the Junkrat ban. They don't want displacement. Um, and no Varian. Yeah, I love this ban on Varian because a taunt Varian with a Stukov puddle is huge blow up. It's so hard to play around.
Okay, let's see what they get for their offlane here. I don't think they're taking their offlane yet.
Gaslow, all
Okay.
right. This is a lot of point control that I'm seeing. We have Gust, we have bombs, we have Stukov puddles, looking to control the point for objective.
Yeah, there's the Stukov swipe or shove and the gust. Maybe they might play a trap and go style.
All right. Last two picks for Clouded Mine is Blaze and Chromie. do believe that's main tank Blaze there. And what do you think? Time Loop Chromie or
Yeah,
Sans?
Time Loop Chromie is the go-to into a Stukov. He has no cleanse.
And Garrosh. Ooh, they let Valk's Garrosh go through. I've seen his Garrosh. Let's see how this goes.
Okay. There's some things I want to see. I want to see Garrosh jumping in front of Stukov to eat Chromie's blasts and shots. That's what I want to see.
All right.
Absorbing damage.
All right. First match, best of 3 tonight. Clouded Minds versus Counterpick Stupid. All right.
Okay. What map? What team do you favor here as far as the drafts go?
A little bit better point control on the side of CCS, but it just depends on how they're going to play it. And I'm not going to call anything yet because seeing is believing, and let's just see how this plays out, Ducky.
All
Ooh,
right.
Silver Arrow's very happy about that Chromie pick. I don't know if you are watching the chat, but
Oh, I thought, yeah, I was thinking of him when I said, the comment that I said about Chromie and Stukov.
yeah.
So people are going to start learning. Not these teams here. I'm saying, the general public.
All
They're going to
right.
learn.
We have on the blue side Stark Knight playing the Blaze, Trilliana on the Sylvanas, Peach playing that Woof Woof Rhaegar, Kian on the Malthael, and Ruffian on the Chromie. A plus for matching your mounts there. They're on the clouds. Why don't you go ahead and call out our red team over here?
All right. We have Osprey on Falstad, Wits End. Who's the captain? He's on Stukov. And we got Valkymer. Valkymer on what is this? Is this a garage?
Yep.
What am I looking at?
Garrosh.
And then here is Mo. I can't read that name. This person who's
Nadathi.
squiggling around really okay, Modathi.
All right.
Vala.
We
And the Gaslow. There's the Gaslow down there.
I would like to
Sorry.
point out that CCS was looking to see for the Sylvanas cheese, but Clouded Minds elected not to do that. They're getting this first wave very quickly, probably looking for this rotation. You see Garrosh up here in this very aggressive bush, is scouted out by the Blaze Oil there. The E does not connect for the stun. I like that rotation by CCS. Falstad just chilling there. And let's take a look at these offlaners on the bottom. Keladorn facing off against Kian there. Nothing much going on. Let's go ahead and go back mid here and take a look. Chromie just laying her W out in the back of that minion wave. All right, both teams just very methodically doing that mid-top rotation on this map. And Garrosh looking to interrupt rotation. They have a wave pushing up here. Garrosh looking for a throw. Won't connect. Modathi in the slow of the oil slick there. But we missed it. The Clouded Minds went ahead and took their gun camp already, which is pretty early. We have Gaslow on the case down here, and our lovely bird coming down to help finish it off, but nothing very exciting happening. But since they took that early camp, they did it much faster than CCS. They're able to get on this med camp right here, giving them a slight XP advantage, though they're not far off. And you can see Wits End is holding this camp, which is pretty good. However, Clouded Minds has not elected to take their camp marching top yet, so we'll see how much push they can go ahead and get top here with that. I don't know what that camp is called. Take a look at these talents here, since we haven't talked about them at all. Ducky, do you see anything out of the norm or something surprising?
I do actually. They have a main tank Blaze with off-lane Blaze talents, but I do like to point out that the Adrenaline Stimpack on main tank Blaze is the talent of choice into a Garrosh, in my opinion. It allows you to go in for that stun and then run away before you're able to get tossed back into the enemy's team. You just
Yeah.
complete that little interaction and rinse repeat
Oh.
all day.
The E does connect onto Medath. The Garrosh uses his Unstoppable to walk away. There's the toss onto Stark Knight there, looking to see if they can get out of it. Ooh, very low, but they do have those empowered mercenaries marching top, looking for a little bit of structure value here. Garrosh and Medathi very aggressively vaulting into that. Ooh, big stun does connect. However, you do get that Garrosh toss into red side. They do get the kill onto the Blaze. But they've managed to get the tower down. They've dropped their gun. They're electing to forego their any kind of wind up on the objective. They have an entire wall and a tower going down. So a lot of
This is
value
yeah,
on the side of Clouded Mines there. Meanwhile, Osprey down here just chilling because he's a bird. He can fly anywhere. Taking the
this is
objective.
one of these objectives that just sits here, and if you get to 99, it doesn't matter. As long as the enemy team gets on point, you've essentially gotten no value that entire time. I like the top push. They opened up the second objective, which is the stronger objective here. I think they're playing for second objective. They got all
Agree.
the items.
They have 99% channeled for the Trigloff here, yet they're looking for more. There's Malthael. If they win on him, I think they probably could have gotten a kill, but who knows? They're looking for that push up here to finish trading because CM got the wall and the towers, and they're like, we want this too. And then they're in a very good position here. Time traps set up on point there. We see Sylvanas on the minimap taking their gun camp, and CCS is doing the same thing. Meanwhile, Malthael gathering Soak in top lane, looking to get to 10 first, and they're on track to get 10s quickly, so it wouldn't surprise me if both teams wait for their 10s to see who gets it first for another big engage. What do you think?
I don't think there's time to wait. Whoever doesn't get on the point here gives the objective.
I think it might be okay on the side of CCS. They do have two stacking heroes. They have that Vala stacking the Ws and the Qs on the Falstad. But they will likely, because they have a Sylvanas and a gun that she's holding, be able to get real estate here.
Wow, they might even get a fort? No. No, the protector's at half health.
Yeah. I think they successfully defend that. Meanwhile, you can see Falstad just trying to get a little bit more value up here. He is being sniffed out by CM, and they're looking for a kill on Osprey there. Gun has been dropped to help peel for the Falstad. All right. Look at that big chair Valkymer's whacking with him. The Trigloff just is like, get out of here, and pushes him out of the way. All right, virtually almost identical in experience points there. Let's see how this goes for the next engage. Gazlowe is showing top, and there are 5 on the side of CM up here. So if they did want an engage, at least their bruiser is close by for 5v4.
I would have liked to see that engage. They have black arrows. They could shut down the retreat path and take that 5v4.
Yeah, and I think they saw Gazlowe, but you see the Malthael heading down, and now they have the advantage. Gazlowe is coming up. The sands are dropped. They have a lot of like control over here with the 2 time traps and the slowing sands, but I think they're being called back because Malthael is bot, and they are 5 here, and they're able to get that taunt off, and they do land that kill on the Chromie.
Oh, disaster strikes. Items have been used and collected. A very disfavorable outcome for blue team here.
Yep. But they're still pretty close in levels, but
Yeah.
CCS is closer to that level 13 spike, and they will be able to get a pre-talent fight, theoretically. I love this aggressive positioning by Valkymer, just really protecting his team, giving him vision. All right, both teams, if you look on the mini-map here, we see Gazlo taking a gun and also the Sylvanas on the other side. See what kind of scuffles we're going. Let's look at these stacks so far. 31 hammer stacks on the Falstad here, 20 multi-shot on the Vala. Oh, and I should give some love to Peach there. She has 28 shield stacks for her woof talents.
Let's talk about this Falstad and the Vala. This is both mage talents. It looks like they're not looking to finish anything. They're just playing off of a giant wombo. I think that's how they're going to get their kills here.
All right, we have those empowered mercenaries brought on by Trilena? Maybe it's Trilena. I think I called her Triliana, so I apologize if I said that incorrectly before. Looking to get value out of her mercenary push here. Oh, Silvero in the chat is sad that he's not seeing Time Loop. Time Loop would have... Ooh, that was a good stun by... And Silence Arrow does come out and nearly kills the Vala there. But not quite. Bunker is dropped. They're looking to finish off this top fort. Osprey very low. They do drop the heal. The medic. I don't know what that's called. It looks like a button.
Oh, this is big. Next objective has no fort to retreat path and no healing fountain either. That's huge for team fights that are going to drag out.
Yep.
And the next objective is not a low level objective. It's 9 minutes in. That means death timers are longer. You can't just use that death timer abuse to recharge mana.
Yep. Looks like they're going to try to get a little bit of bot value here since they already were able to take top. Looking for more of that catapult pressure that you want to see. All right, Stark Knight is thrown in. The Gravo Bomb does not connect to anybody.
I feel like if that Gravo Bomb misses, they don't actually kill anything here. It's double mage assassins.
Well, also the mage is helping offlane because they do have that global.
True.
All right. Speaking of stacks, I misspoke, and we do have the last right stacks on the Malthael as well. So I want to make sure I didn't discount his stacking. And look at this mid. Osprey just looking to counter what they had, but does manage to barrel out. We do have that Malthael. He's super sticky on there with the Wraith talent.
Oh,
low
he's got it.
And there's his first stack on last right. Let's go back bottom here. Look at this fight going out. Sans is out. Valcomer looking for that. Is hit by the Silence Arrow and killed by the E from the Blaze. Oh, speaking of E, that was a very aggressive E by the Sylvanas. Big silence coming out by Wits End. Huge AoE stun by Stark Knight. Is stuck in the puddle, does go down as a result. That low level 1 talent is so OP. Alright, and they're cutting their losses and leaving. Meanwhile, top, Malthael did a huge push up here. They've got a catapult up here, and Falstad's going to go ahead and take care of that for them. They get gun. They're already standing on objective here with the Malthael. I love that.
Now, every item that blue team gets is just a stronger item that red team can't contest with. Equal items favors blue team because there is the mercenary queen, and that does empower the item when you drop it.
Exactly. That's a good point. And King Andrew, who I do believe is on CCS as well on the roster, says Time Loop's not very strong into Garrosh. Yeah, because you do have to step up to be able to reach the Time Loop participant. CCS looking for real estate here in mid and does manage to take mid down. They do have a camp marching top. They have 81% on that. There's the empowered mercenaries right there again as Sylvana steps up to support her homie camp there.
Bottom fort's wall is gone. Do they take the objective completely bottom lane or first make a mid stop?
We shall see as the Triglav is marching with his big robot arms. Perhaps they're just going to go straight to keep and look for a wall. Oh, the wall is gone. I guess tower and perhaps getting some percentage of it. Valk does pop his unstoppable. They're looking to really get this down. Sylvanas is using that. There's the taunt. Does come out. There's the gust into the fort. But Black Arrows is engaged. All right, big grab a bomb, but is cleansed by the bunker. Peach getting in. Low blow is out.
Garrosh?
Oh. Is murdered by a bite from the wolf.
If
they wanted to go here, whoa, they're getting huge value, like you said, out of those guns. They're going to back off, cut, and say, hey, we got what we wanted. They have a win condition top.
Yep, you put that item down in a team fight, it's like a half a hero.
Yeah.
But if you have Merc Queen, that's like a full hero right there.
All right, they're just looking to clear. We do see CCS taking this top camp up here. See how stacks are going so far, so viewers can see 47 hammer and 39 looking to take care of mid, and they are definitely getting this with Black Arrow value there.
Bottom camps are back up, and
my question is if both teams get to 20, we have Wind Tunnel as a huge engage potential. Who's going to come out on top? Which team do you think has a better level 20 fight? All right, they've got that gun. They do have a camp. When I say they, CCS has a camp marching top. What will they do?
I think there is an opportunity. If the wind tunnel is used, I think people can get in that bunker. You can drop the bunker in between the mini stuns of the gust.
So the cleanse will hopefully nullify, is what you're saying, if they can reach the bunker, yes. I believe. So far, Cloud of Mines is on track to have that level 20 fight before CCS.
Team 2, red team's got to make something happen before that 20 comes out. Objective's going to start.
They're going to go ahead and take this top camp. Hello, Pink Blackout. Welcome. All right, meanwhile, they know they're off map. They're going to look to see if they can catch up to that 20. We have a miniature black hole.
Like this. I think they're too far pushed in. I think this fight's going to happen. They're going to be under talent here.
Oh,
here comes
there's
Garrosh
the Malthael in the back lane,
okay.
But they almost get that kill. However, there is the Ancestral Healing out. That's a very early ulti.
Okay, this is big for red team. They backed out, they burned some ults, and they burned the item. This is big.
I'd be so scared right now that since they still don't have 20, but they are low, they're looking for something. There's the time trap going out. Chromie Q does connect, but they are safe, and I think that they're going to be able to get this level 20 on the side of CCS before the next team fight, and no one is going to get away from that. Did they take Bomb Toss or did they take... Yeah, they took Bomb Toss.
I have no words for that. They had 2 items. They had the Merc Queen and they had level 20, and red team was on their side of the map, and everything that could have happened in favor for red team happened. What a great, lucky... Everything happened right for them.
They're just biding their time here because they do have Falstad working on that. Valkymer looking very low. Madafi's stuck in there. They do get the kill out onto Valkymer there. They will take that bottom fort. Meanwhile, the Falstad is still working on clearing that cap and pushing out a little bit so they don't have that top pressure. But that is, a pretty long death timer so far. We'll see what happens. They're going to look for value elsewhere while Malthael stands on point looking for this camp.
Valkymer is known for his Garrosh.
Correct.
It looks like they've been practicing a tank that can fare well into him, and I do like the Blaze plays into Garrosh. I personally take Blaze into Garrosh myself. These are looking really good for the fights.
All right. They're looking to steal gun down here. Is this the first invade that we've seen all game, Ducky? I think it is. So. Yeah, yes. I love seeing invades. It's so cheeky and can be super fun. They're gonna go ahead and let that Trigloff go, but I think Valk will be back in time. One good thing about letting the enemy team take the Trigloff is that if you can dive behind the Trigloff, they do have 2 heroes inside of it, and if they don't get out in time, you could potentially take a good fight behind it.
That's a truth. Do they break mini wall and go for core? I don't think so.
We'll see. That's a Ducky special right there. They broke the mini wall. All right, big stun
Oh,
out onto Garrosh, having a hard time just through the toss. There is the wind
Gust.
tunnel
And
coming
there's the
out.
bunker.
Yep.
Only one in bunker.
All,
Gust down.
all right, let's see. This fight's going to determine a lot, especially for Clouded Mines. I think they're turtling up here, waiting for the Trigloff to go down, and they're going to cut their losses and leave. They don't want to. They don't want to chance the game at this point. Though I think they could potentially, if they felt confident in their team fight, make a turn. You see Garrosh running here, looking for something. And he finds Stark Knight there. He's tossing him into. Bomb toss. Those go out. There is the taunt into the Stukov puddle, and they do get the kill out onto the Blaze. They're looking for another one. Vala vaulting in, but Peach is saved by that time trap by Ruffian. You buy your Chromie a drink for that. That was a very good peel by the Chromie.
They got the kill. They got the kill. They got to do something with the kill. I don't think pushing mid wall is the play here.
Although this is the closest. I mean,
to the next objective. I understand
yes,
that.
And they're trying to open up some kind of win con. I feel so bad for the Triglav. It was just chilling there, abandoned in bot lane for such a long time.
Oh.
All right.
It was a giant creep tumor.
Second invade of the game. They're taking top camp here. Let's see what else they can. They have 16 seconds left on the Blaze coming back up. But Chromie just raining terror onto it, and it's already down.
The item. I like the item play.
Third.
That helped.
Yep. Also taking it away from the Sylvanas.
That's the more important portion of it, is taking it away from her. And then they get the other item. And next objective. The map has... Now either team can win at this point.
Agreed. It's going to come down to a big team fight.
Yes.
All ultis are up. Let's see who gets the better engage for these teams. This has been a great game. I like how back and forth it is, how greedy both teams are. So well played, both teams. Let's see what happens. Give a little bit of limelight here to CM over here as they push the mid lane. Let's see where they go next.
I do see why they Wits End banned the macro maps here, though. Look at the map here. But the end of the game comes down to one team fight at this point. That's how many games play out when you get to this point in the game.
All right. I think teams trying not to show in the lane. They know that they want to keep up the pressure they have. They're going to look to clear this top camp, which is a good idea that they take it off the map and not allow Sylvanas to have more of that Mercenary Queen value. All right. Setting up bush gank, not quite sure where everyone's at, because if you look at the mini map here, you can see that no one is showing except now in mid. They're taking the wave. All right. What will happen? 21 minutes in on Volskaya. There's not much to do on the map here. I think both.
Will anyone set up a bush gank?
I think both teams know that the next map is really going to matter for how this game will be finished out. So they're playing very cautiously at this point, looking to see if they can get that dub. All right. Triglav will be up in less than 30 seconds. What will CCS do? They're kind of chilling up there. You know, the time trap will show vision of Valk walking across there. So Chromie will have time to set up time traps on point here to see if they can help with the engage. All right.
Looks like both teams should be looking at items at this point.
Yep.
22 seconds on red side.
Yep. They're gonna be on it right now. For Clouded Mines, they've already popped it up. They have 2 items. Does Mercenary Queen also empower the healing item?
Yes, it does. It does. I believe so.
Does anyone in chat know? All right. can see CCS looking to take this. They do have camp marching top, which is really great for Clouded Mines, because if they just play this slow right here,
The
they
item.
they can get so
Okay.
much value to that top camp, right? They have that pressure up top.
Yes. They're essentially putting them on a timer, and if anyone has to back for that to deal with that camp top, then they can either make a team fight happen or finish the timer out on this objective here. It's
Yeah. And we see the Falsad does go back to clear it. All right,
uh-oh.
there is the time
Oh
trap
no, no
into
false
the.
start in here. Oh no.
Oh, will they get out? There is.
Oh
Oh, and I think
no.
that might be two
Yeah,
kills
this
onto CCS, and they should be just going to core at this point. They might finish the.
one of those kills also had an item on it. I think they could just core here. I don't
Yeah,
think they need to.
agreed. Big
Oh,
stun.
another kill. Another one.
All
Another one.
right, two huge guns. Looking here, they can just go straight to
That
core
should be
right
game.
now.
Bunker up? No.
Yeah,
Bunker's still up.
GG. This was such a fun game to watch. Very sweaty. I loved seeing some of the different ideas of how they were playing around. Some trap and go was going on for both teams. I think the Sylvanas got so much value off of Mercenary Queen for this game. Yeah, well played, both teams. All right, let's go ahead and look at that game summary as soon as it pops up. All
And
right.
now I can say which team I favored a long time ago because I said nothing about it. But yes, I did favor the Chromie into the Stukov.
I do want to point out the Sylvanas took that percent damage at 1 here, and I think she got so much value from the oil slicks and the totems from the
Yes.
Rhaegar. It was really well played by Trelena there. Do you see anything else that really sticks out in these stats?
I'm at the stats, I'm just thinking I think that the blue team here, they did a good job of researching their enemy team. That's what it looks like to me. The Blaze, the Chromie, the Sylvanas pairing with the Blaze to decimate the Garrosh in those fights. I think it was very well thought out, and I think they're ready with draft sequencings.
Yeah, that's a good observation. Let's see. I can't see that chat right there, Ducky. Can you take a peek at the chat for me?
Chat.
Yeah, did CCS. All right. I'm just waiting for a message for what the next map. Let me go ahead and update the map. Speaking of maps, so one by Clouded Mines. So we have 1-0 so far out of a best of 3 event here. Osprey did take Wind Tunnel. Here, I can pop back the talents one more time in the game summary. So you
Oh,
guys.
we're talking about wind tunnel. Yeah, no, he did use wind tunnel, and then the Blaze bunkered at the bottom
Yeah.
keep. I remember that play there.
Yeah, so here's the talents in case anyone was curious about that last game. All right. What map do you think they're going to want to go to based on the information that we've seen?
It's red. I'm sorry. I just know them as red team and blue team. Team one and team two. Who's who?
All
What's
right.
which
Blue team is Clouded Mines, and we do have Infernal Shrines right now. So I'm going to go ahead and update the map. The next map is Infernal Shrines. Here we go. All right.
And CCS picked Infernal Shrines?
I believe, let me ask in the draft.
Or do they get first pick?
CCS. Pick map. Or pick map. All right, Ducky, let's get you into this lobby. CCS picked. So this is a pick by Clouded Minds here. So they picked it.
Okay.
I am expecting a Sylvanas ban and potentially at least seeing one of these teams banning out a Hogger on this map. I do believe they have a Hogger player, at least on CCS. I'm unsure about Clouded Minds, but we shall see. And I'm going to say casters are ready because we do have a lobby up. Casters ready. But that last game, super fun, well played by both teams.
Yeah. I do think that there's going to be a Hogger ban. There are ways to play around Hogger, and Hogger, if you pick him on your team, there's little traps there. If you take Hogger on your team and another person takes Vala, there's certain things that can happen. The enemy can counter. Some counters against Hogger are also counters against other assassins and whatnot. But I don't know. I think we're gonna see a Hogger ban.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty meta on this map. Also, just shout out to everyone. Thank you, Random Engineer, for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. And also, Olakakaloa. I apologize if I butchered that. And Jason Hots for the follows. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see how these bans play out. All right. They're really, Osprey is waiting to the last moment for that lock. Maximum suspense.
Are they going to do the same bans again? The right wing Anduin?
I'm not sure.
I think they should, if anything, change maybe the Anduin ban into a Rhaegar ban.
All right. They took away the Sylvanas. They don't want a chance. Red team taking that away from them because we just witnessed the value that a Sylvanas brings to push on a map.
Exactly.
Oh, I almost missed this. Thank you, PJ Red, for the follow. Appreciate it. There's the Anduin ban. You are right. The same bans that are looking to ban out Peach. But also not only target it towards their healer, but Anduin Light Bomb engage is so powerful.
That's true.
No Johanna ban. Or, well, that was redundant the way I said that. I apologize. No Johanna, as she is banned out. All right, there's that first pick, Lunara, and I don't know if you remember, Ducky, but that was the first ban by Clouded Minds, so Mendathi is getting their Lunara this game. Lots of value using the Wisp because the vision is information, and information helps with engages, and knowledge is power, I guess is the way to say it.
The time traps gave a lot of knowledge last game.
They really
so did that protector when they dropped it off and got out of it and left it in that lane. Giant creep tumor, activate.
I'm feeling deja vu from the last draft here with the Rhaegar and the Malthael pick. They have a lot of clear with that Malthael pick. For objective.
They're letting that Malthael through again, and I don't think you play just traditional bruiser into Malthael. You there's other offlaner options into Malthael like Zeratul, Samuro, melee assassin.
Yeah, I saw that Stukov ban coming because they saw the early pick variant and they were like, we're gonna take that away. We don't want taunt variant into a Stukov puddle. It is just like giving the match to the other team when you do see that come out. So that's a very smart ban on the side of Clouded Minds. Who is pinging me while this is happening? Oh, you're sending me messages.
Oh no, not me. Just to the general.
All right, fair enough.
You're
Um,
talking about lasers.
I know, by the way, Osprey plays a lot of Nazebo, so I'm curious to see how this plays out because that is a push character, and you can get a lot of value from a Nazebo.
This is a very macro heavy looking comp on CCS I'm looking at here. Double poison.
Exactly. And then also the Cassia, her biggest weakness is anything that makes her stand still and lose her armor. But it might be difficult for them to get to that Cassia. Ooh, this is spicy. We do have a Leoric and Tyrande being picked up over there. That is our traditional, as they call it, training wheels comp. You see the taunt, and you get the Tyrande stun onto the taunt target for that CC chain.
Yep, looking for those singular picks. This is not a
Exactly.
wombo combo comp this time, like
Silver,
last time.
yeah, Silver Arrow says taunt into Nazebo cage is rough. And there
True.
is the Junkrat. So that's a lot of disengaged and displacement over there. Into a blaze stun can be really powerful. Now, the question of the hour is what build will Cassia go? I personally love auto attack Cassia. It has really powerful splash damage, pretty good clear, and you can burst people down. But you can also infinitely stack Qs. Or maybe she's going to prove me wrong and take that Fend build where you get that extra 50% damage at the end.
Here's one thing that I'd like to point out that makes me smile a little bit. Varian and Tyrande are the taunt into Tyrande stun. That's the training wheels. But then there's the reverse training wheels. I'm looking at Junkrat, and if he sees taunt, like Tyrande's looking for taunt, and he goes concussive mine or puts a trap down, there's things that Junkrat can do to taunt Varian. He's just sitting there, and he just like he calls out to his team, he's calling out to the enemy team. I'm sitting here. I'm gonna stand still.
All right, let's call blue team. Ruffian is now on that Junkrat instead of the Chromie. Stark Knight again on the Blaze. Trilena on the Cassia. Kian once again on the Malthael. And Peach, look at that. Woof woof, doing the woof dance there. Love to see it. Let's go ahead and call out red side, Ducky.
Madathi on Nulnara. Get to see that last game. Valkymer, this time not on Garrosh. He's on the Taunt Varian. Kelazon on Leoric. Wits End on Tyrande. And
All
last
right.
but not least, Osprey on Nazebo.
Very nice, very nice. There's the oil slick and the traps going out, looking for vision in those bushes. We already see that they're looking for them, but we see Leo already rotating top, looking to get an early lead on those minions. And moment of truth, Ducky. Moment of truth. If you take a look here, it is a Q stack. There is Trilena stuck in the zombie hug, as the NAS player on my team calls it, a hug. And they do win the rotation, getting down to bot lane a little bit quicker than Clouded Minds in this case. All right. Big stun coming out by Stark Knight, but is return stun by the Tyrande looking in there. Big oil value coming out. Does get the pick out onto the Tyrande there. Stark Knight looking really low. Osprey looking to go in, does get caught by the Junkrat trap there, and everyone cuts their losses and backs off. Meanwhile, you see double soaking going on by the Malthael, and looking to stop that rotation there, we see the Celadorn on that Leo whacking with his mop there. Meanwhile, in bot lane, we do see that neutral camp being picked up by Clouded Minds. Will they look for more push? Or will they look for an invade here? Leo does have prio, and it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to call their... Never mind, he's going top. I was going to say they could have looked for an invade since their bruiser was down there, but playing it safe. They need to wait for 4. Varian does not have taunt. He's not a real boy until he gets his CC there, right?
I'm a real boy. He says that once he gets level 4.
All right. I love seeing that zoning coming out from Blaze. I know a lot of people are not fans of main tank Blaze, but I feel like Blaze can gives so much to a team in terms of interrupting, slowing down for your team to engage. There's the taunt coming out onto
True.
Stark Knight, and Celador looking to whack Jelena in the back, but not much comes there. I think they're not wanting to engage. They just want to clear and see if they can set up for that shrine objective.
Another thing that Blaze gives you that I think is now going to favor Clouded Minds is they have more vision tools. Blaze has 2 charges of his oil along with the Q. Look at that. He just used it right there into that bush. These vision tools along with Junkrat's trap and whatever else he has, that's more vision than Lunara's Wisp, which is only a singular tool of vision.
All right, it looks like we have CCS trying to rotate in there, looking, and they do get the taunt out onto, and followed up with the stun, and Malthael does go down. That was a good rotation on the side of CCS. Meanwhile, though, they have a huge lead on this shrine down here.
They can just give the objective and push here with their camp.
Yep, I do believe that's
they're
what they want to do. They have the Wisp set up down here. However, they are making their way up here to respond to this push. Big stun coming out onto Varian, but he's fine. He can walk out. And they're going to go ahead and leave. It is an Arcane Punisher, so would have been a lot easier for Clouded Minds if it was a Frozen Punisher, but I do believe that's random, correct? Oh, Rackham, I apologize for the mispronunciation. My friend Sarah Lath always gives me a hard time about that.
I think there is a way to check which one it's going to be as the shrine is...
Oh, yeah. The little gem at the top does tell you what it's going to be, but I think
but other
when
than
it
that,
spawns...
yes, I think it is random.
Yeah. So sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. All right, let's see. They're going to set up in a bush here, maybe do a return pick onto Leo, but Leo can just Wraith Walk out of there. Jason Hots, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Everyone go check out Jason Hots on his stream. All right. And we see CCS looking to take this camp down here. They know...
A team fight. Malthael's rotating in. Leon's not here.
Oh.
Something big is going to happen. It's going to be big. It's going to be so big. Oh, he got on the point.
Yeah.
Gets a kill.
Witsend in a lot of trouble. Does go down. And a successful steal on behalf of Clouded Minds.
He's pinging for on my way here.
Yep. All right, they've got a camp. I think they can burn this down. Yep. Big taunt out onto Peach. Peach running out because they were taking... Ooh, big stun onto Lunara. Once again, getting a lot of value out on the oil slick. Valkymer wanting blood here. Is booped away by the Junkrat.
There is methods that they can finish off that fort without being in any much risk at all, and I think it's the Junkrat that can just kiss that fort from afar.
All right, let's take a look at these ultis that are been picked up by Clouded Minds. We do see Bunker, we see Bouncy Ball in the Cassia, once again Ancestral Healing from the Rhaegar, and this is a different ulti this time. This is Tormented Souls, yeah, and Riptire from the Junkrat. You want to go ahead and talk about the red team's ultis here?
Oh, there's the Entomb.
Yep.
The Entomb, very common ulti. A lot of people say it's the better ulti. Other people. And then you have the Spirit of Vengeance, Ravenous Spirit, Batman himself. Leaping Strike on Lunara to jump out of utter danger. Another team fight.
Oh, big stun coming out. There's the Ancestral Healing does go, and there's the Riptire coming out, knocking down. Bunker is dropped. There's a kill out onto the Leorc. There's big stun coming out onto Osprey there, and Osprey goes down. All right.
That's almost a talent tier here.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, let's see what they're going to do. Both teams electing to go to their camps up here. I think someone needs to come help Witsend up here, though. There they go. They wanted to finish that wave off.
That rotation from Malthael earlier. I'd like to see Leorg rotating every once in a while to a team fight, see if he can make something happen.
All right. Clouded Minds looking to get an early rush on these Shrine Monkeys. 11 ahead. They do have both camps marching top. Looks like Valkymer's looking for some kind of engage there, but there's the oil. There is a Junkrat trap there. He's walking forward. There's the Lions all going in. Stun.
Blake misses.
And oh, there's Mouthy on the back lane with his
Nice.
AoE, which makes it very difficult to stand on point when you have that big, scary Reaper back there doing AoE damage. Yeah,
Still more monkeys though for Clouded Minds.
Yeah, Stark Knight is getting a lot of value out of that bunker for sure.
Kill for kill down a level is not the worst, but giving up the objective is pretty bad. That's unfortunate. And the Blades missed his stun in there too.
All right, 13s are online. We do see that. Just to clear here. What value will they get next? They're going straight for that neutral camp down here bot. Let's check on our stats. 22 stacks for that Q for Trilena there. All right. Celadon looking to push with these minions here, but Malthael shows up and is like, get out of here. Oh, big stun out onto the Nazebo. Bouncy ball is dropped, and Nazebo goes down immediately.
This Junkrat is very oppressive into a taunt variant.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were ready for it.
All right. Let's see. They have 2 camps. Pressure going on. They're going to have a third one soon. They're having, I think, a little bit of trouble clearing on the side of CCS. They have such quick clear with the Malthael and even the Blaze. Did Blaze take here? He took Incinerator Gauntlets, which is, I think, honestly getting them a lot of value. All right. There's that big bounce out onto Valkymer. There's the taunt again under there. Immediately, Peach drops that Ancestral Healing. There's the bunker coming out. Looking to get a little bit more... ooh, big engage. They're thirsty. Unstoppable is popped. I do believe that was a purge by Peach. Nicely done. Good disengage on the side of CCS. Or, sorry, Clouded Minds, why CCS has to take care of these lanes.
Taking care of business.
Alright, big stun out onto the Leo. He Wraith walks away, does get safety under there. There is the Reaper talent. I can't remember the name of that taunt. Unstoppable is popped by the Malthael. They have 16 talent advantage. They don't want to fight under there. They don't want to blow their advantage that they have right now. And it's a very powerful advantage. Let's see what the next one's going to be. How will they set up for this? What do you think? They're looking for a gank because they want that pre-16. I think Junkrat may have given away their position right there with that Q, but that's okay. They might look for either a kill up here or just to keep up the macro that they have going on. They have a strong presence on the map right now on the side of Clouded Minds.
This talent here, it's going to linger for a while. I don't think it's going to convert into any kind of... I think it's just going to be that CCS gets their talent tier here.
Oh, and I do think they get that kill on the side of Clouded Minds. Leo does go down, but look, they're looking for another kill up here, and Taunt does go out, and are they going to get the return kill here? They do, and they're going to probably look to finish off this top structure here. Meanwhile, They're just trucking along, finishing. They do have a frozen Punisher for this next objective, and they can just take keep with this one.
Why did Leoric go back?
I'm not.
He's a goat. He would have respawned right there. Okay, I don't understand that right there. I'm gonna have to write that down for notes.
All right. They're looking to take a lot of real estate. They have time. John Cena is marching down here.
No, okay, I see. Okay, never mind then.
All right. Does jump does land on the Varian. Those chattering Junkrat traps. It's like the sound of terror every time I play into the Junkrat. Ugh. John Cena gets a double stun there. And will they get keep here? I'm not sure that they will. They did a real CCS did a great job at clearing this. And so we'll see if we see a comeback there. So one big thing that CCS has, if they can hold out to level 20, is Silent Entomb. Could be a game changer for their team.
Huge game changer.
All right, there's the taunt coming out onto Peach there. There's the immediate drop. They do get that ulti out. Ancestral Healing goes out. Valkymer looking really low. Bunker is coming out. There's the Spirit from Nazeebo, but he does get blown up.
One more hero kill. If they get one, this can convert into a keep, maybe core.
All right.
Oh,
that was
wow,
a great...
very good.
Celadorn, that was an amazing zoning Entomb, so... Great job. It'll give them a chance to fight again another day. They may still get this keep while they're waiting for it.
Looking like it. Bunker's up in 35, so they don't have that right now.
All right, I need to take a look at those Leo talents there. We do see the both Wraithwalk talents, which I personally love when I play Leoric. It's such good engage, and it's a lot of damage. All right, they do get the keep. I think if they're back off and look for another opportunity, they don't have 20s yet. They might want to wait for that 20s before they engage because they do have a lot of levels to make up on the side of CCS. All right.
Let's see how the next team fight plays out. I don't know. Is Leoric walking on top of the enemies?
Yeah,
before the fight started?
We just watched him do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in case people don't know or don't play Leo, that helps lower their spell power. It's actually very powerful engage too, and when they come out, the autos are really impactful. Plus the slow.
And a lot of people don't realize that lowering spell power is not just preventing the enemies from doing damage, it also prevents the enemies from healing each other. Those heals are spell power.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. There's a lot of value to it in team fights from a Leo. Leo showing up here. It's a little bit dangerous. You see the Malthael anchoring this one area. But they're looking to get... They want 20s on the side of CCS, so they're just going to let that go. And actually, this is a great position for CCS because they have the Shrine is top. They're going to look for value elsewhere to try to catch up in levels and see if they can get a second chance for another engage.
Okay. They're down levels here, so trading a fort for a fort is actually in favor of CCS here at this point in the game.
Agreed. They're in a really good position here for this and to find another one. However, I do see on the minimap Clouded Minds marching towards mid, maybe looking for an engage because they do have that level 20 advantage. And they do look like they're clearing out this mid here, but you can tell that they're looking... Celadorn is going back to go ahead and clear that camp they do have on keep there. Meanwhile, Cloud of Mind's looking to invade this top camp, which will give them a big advantage when they get John Cena because they'll have that pressure from that. They still don't have 20s. And they've got an Arcane Punisher, so not as great as if they had Frozen Punisher, but... I think they've won almost all of the objective phases. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Ki- King Andrew says Wraithwalk reduces damage dealt, not spell power. All right. Big stun coming out from Stark Knight. There is the bunker is dropped. The Silence and Tomb goes out, and oh my goodness, it's huge. The heal from Peach, huge ancestral right there.
Wow.
Tip your healer.
Is this
Wow.
a best 2 out of 3 or a best 3 out of 5?
It's a best of three.
Uh-oh.
Malthael very low, but has self heals. Oh, big stun coming out from Wit's End there. Will they be able to stop this
Turn it
push?
around. Magic. Let magic happen.
All
No, I
right.
don't think so.
GG's. Well played, both teams. All right. Let me go ahead and update the map there. We can go ahead and look at the game summary as well.
Good picks, good counters.
All right. Let's go ahead and map 1 there, updated. All right, taking a look at this, Ducky. Do you see anything out of the norm for the stats? I mean, it was a big difference in kills and whatnot, but talent-wise, I think everything's fairly standard, except for spread volleys. And usually we see that burst fire release where when you get someone in the trap and you just release all of the nodes at once. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click over to the NGS and see if they want to do a... Let me message Stark. If they want to do an interview, that would be great. Interview. And if not, we'll just leave it at that. Very fun games to watch.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
I think if you I don't know if they're coming, but I think if you just practice all the meta offlaners, the Leoric, the Blaze, the Hogger, you end up fighting against a Malthael and you don't know what to do because you're taking Leoric into things like Malthael. And it didn't play out well for them. I think that you need to expand your offlaner pool. There are counters to Malthael that can make Malthael's game very, very hard.
Mm-hmm. All right. Still just waiting for... Let me send him a interview. I'll send it in-game because sometimes... Oh, Ruffian is going in. All right. Let's meet him in one of the lobbies. Perfect. All right, I'm just gonna go to an open. Let's go to lobby, lobby 2, in the NGS server. Hey, Ruffian, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
Oh my gosh, amazing place tonight! Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're really excited for this win.
So you guys are like, is this your? So tell me about your season so far.
So this was our second match. We won 2-1 last week.
Awesome. So and then you got your domination today. So must feel good.
Yeah, we're new to Division B. We just came up from C this season, so we're really excited. CCS is a team that we've played a lot over the years, so it's always fun to play them.
Yeah, they're great people. I love seeing CCS and watching their games. I've played against them too. They're such a fun team. So congratulations on your rise to Div B.
Thanks. We're feeling good. We've been, working hard as a team. We played a lot during the off season and just kind of trying to get ready because we thought we might be getting bumped up. So, so far so good.
Awesome. It sounds like you guys really carefully planned on things. Tell me about some of your process because it looked like you guys were very well studied in what to ban against CCS. You want to tell me a little bit about your process there?
Yeah, like I said, we've played them quite a few times, over various seasons. Obviously we were banning the Sylvanas there in the second game. We know that's a hero that they really like. The Lunara that they play is also very scary. They did get that in game 2, but luckily we were able to kind of work around it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're just a solid team all around. And we were just trying to be a little careful and not, overcommit to anything, and kind of disengage as much as possible, especially when they were playing that Garrosh comp.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job with that. I definitely noticed it. And I had a question for your Cassia player. Is it Trilena? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure. I called her as Triliana at first because I didn't see that. I'm kind of old and blind, so I apologize for the initial mispronunciation.
Oh, no worries. His name always gets mispronounced, so he's going to be really excited that you said it right.
All right, I'm so glad. I mean, always correct me if I say something incorrect, so appreciate the patience with that. Ducky, do you have any questions for Cloud of Minds?
Yeah, I wanted to know about was the Junkrat decisive into a variant, or was that just for the map? I don't know. I feel like Junkrat's pretty good into taunt variant. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's no secret that Junkrat is pretty good on that map, just in general. And, I think if people look back at our history, we do play some Junkrat here and there. So they, wanted to ban some other things. So I think, they decided to leave it open. And so, I thought long and hard about it because, that Lunar is really scary that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And then especially when they got the Nazebo, it was like, oh my God, the poison.
Yeah.
But I felt like, the Junkrat could stay back far enough, hopefully, to not get, totally destroyed by the poisons. So I wanted a hero where I could be back a little bit away from that scary Lunara.
That makes sense. And you played Chromie in the first game, and I have to tell you that you and Peach owe each other drinks for some of the amazing plays that you did for each other.
Nice.
You'll hear it back in the VOD, but there's a point on Volskaya where you peeled for Peach with the time trap, because 100% she would have been. Is Peach a she? Or
Yeah, yes.
Where Peach was 100% dead, and you stopped the engage there, and she was able to woof out. It was so beautiful. I was like, that Chromie a drink there.
I remember that moment. It was like, oh my God, run for your lives. And it was like, oh crap, I have a time trap there. Sweet.
It was very well done. And then the very last push, top on Infernal Shrines, the level 20 ancestral healing popped by Rhaegar 100% supported the team to finish that push and end. So drinks for Peach there.
Yeah, Peach played great. And yeah, it was fun to see her on the Rhaegar. She plays a lot of different heroes, and it's funny, we kind of go through phases, on ones that we play at different times, but she looked really great on the Rhaegar tonight. So yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah, well done. And the oil value that Stark got out, really well played by your team. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It felt really good. Our communication was really strong. We were constantly talking. We had some really good vision, especially in game 1 with the Chromie vision and plus the time trap. So we were just kind of calling out where everybody was like all the time.
Yeah, and you got that same value too with your traps as well in game 2.
Yeah, that the Junkrat traps can be really annoying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd ban Junkrat every time if I could. All right, so moving on. Do you have any shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, well, first of all, shout out to you two for casting the match. We really appreciate that. It's always fun to have a caster. We'll definitely be watching it back. So thanks so much. And then we have to shout out our great competitors, CCS. They played awesome. Like, it was, a tough fight for sure, just like always. So good luck to them in the rest of their season. And then shout out to, we have a second team in Clouded Minds, Clouded Minds Daybreak. We're actually in the same division, both of us. They were watching and cheering us on. So thanks to them for that. And last of all, thank you to my team. Everybody just communicated great and worked really hard to prepare for this match.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Definitely. Thanks a lot.
All right. You have a good night. We're going to
You too.
pop
Bye-bye.
over to Casteki. Let's go over there and bid our adieus. I'll wait for Miss Duck to come over here. All right. So, any other closing thoughts you have about these games? Because I'm ready to wrap this up.
No other questions, no thoughts. That's it.
All right. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you supporting the NGS teams out